Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahushai. And double honors to our apostles and elders, which are the apostles and elders that rule a great millstone, okay? And these other groups are not cutting it, man. Alright? Like in the times that we're coming to, the Most High and the Son is going to exalt his name and exalt their names and exalt their words, man. Okay? Because we're living in the time of the prophecies coming to pass, and the 144,000 and the 130 Asherah being delivered out of this captivity and being delivered out of these wicked bodies and receiving the kingdom that was promised unto our forefathers, man. Which we're coming back in that reincarnation. You know, we're getting ready to receive the promises, man, and it's you know, it's a beautiful time we're living in, but it's a fearful time also. Okay? But the main thing now, we just should glory and give glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua for his words coming to pass, man. Okay? So I'm just going to play. I seen this video posted up. A couple brothers had posted it, and I found the actual interview, and I just pretty much went into it. So I'm going to play this short clip and show you, man, this chip is on its way. It's going to be upon us soon. That's going to be the real test of the gumption, as you may say, or the pretty much, yeah, the gumption, man. We're gonna all have to be tried, man, and go through that fire. You know, not having food. Actually, in those days, the elect's gonna eat, but I'm sure we're gonna go through a tough, rough patch, but the Most High gonna take care of us, man. So I'm gonna go into this video and then go through some scripts, and I'm not gonna make this too long because brothers have already touched on this, man.
I wasn't going to take the flu shot. I was really kind of looked at like I'd done something wrong, like I had harmed a patient.
And right here, this is an ex-nurse, okay? And she's going in about the flu shots and the RIFD chip, okay? So some of these people are waking up to the fact of, look, man, you ain't going to have a choice, okay? So this is a nurse. I'm just setting the tone for it.
Like I had stolen some medication. I mean, I was treated like I was a criminal all over, not wanting to take or be forced to inject a mystery substance into my body. I mean, what is wrong with the word no? Word's no.
And also, you know, what's really sad, what you said, that there is this fear factor, and that
I really like it because
Slovakia.
there was my school schedule. I go to school from 9 in the morning.
and that these other nurses and doctors and healthcare workers, that they're actually conforming to this because of fear. And we can't beat it. We cannot beat the system with fear. Because imagine if all of them refused, what could they do? They would have to just back off, right? What could they do?
What could they do? And I've heard a lot of people say, when we get into, and everyone's asking me, what is the big deal? It's a shot. It's a flu shot. Well, here's where it's a big deal. It's a big deal because it doesn't stop there. All right, so just take the flu shot and these vaccines and everything that's bad in them, just ball it up and just throw it in the trash can, okay? It's bigger than that. Mm-hmm. It's bigger. It's called the healthcare chip. And that's where this is going. And I can't tell you how many people have come up.
See that? Hey, you see the spirit on her. She was hesitant in saying it, man. But it's coming, man. Let me play that back.
The healthcare chip. And that's where this is going. And I can't tell you how many people have come up to me and said, okay, but you know what? That's where I draw the line. I draw the line at someone forcefully injecting some kind of something into my body. And I say to them, wait a second. But you just did.
Right.
You just lined up and they just forced you and corralled you to take a vaccine that's, so what, it's just a shot, and you believed it, mm-hmm. and you were afraid, and you lined up and you took it. So if they can softly creep this stuff into our lives and make us feel guilty and, hold our jobs over our heads, it's going to be really easy when the medical healthcare chip gets here. And they're telling you, well, you know what, we can't serve you, or we can't treat you, or you know what, you can't have a job, you can't buy or sell if you do not have this chip. Yeah. Or, anything. If they're going to program us to have vaccines, where do we draw the line?
Exactly. it's conditioning. It's conditioning. It's
Right.
testing. They're testing you, and of course now it's healthcare workers, and it's going to be everybody. But just to move on in our conversation, you have sent me a photo that, if you, with your permission, I will be sharing this with people. And what I'm
Yes.
looking at here right now is the picture you sent me that says RFID number. What is this,
Yeah.
Lauren? Is that a chart, a medical chart of a patient?
Yes.
Or
Right.
this
So
is
after
scary.
I had posted this video, a healthcare worker in my state, she did not tell me the hospital, I didn't ask, it doesn't matter, but it's happening in our charting. They're putting this into our charting systems now and prepping us for the microchip, okay? And it's prepping us, so I'm guessing, if I'm correct, if I've read some reports correct, a lot of shipping is happening over in Europe. They're calling this the medical healthcare chip. They're putting it here in the hand. People are able to open their doors and stuff with it. It's really creepy. It's weird.
Yeah, well, we
And-
live in Europe, we live in Czech Republic, and in the news recently, we had that 16 people here voluntarily had it implanted. So they are trying it on volunteers right now. And we got also word from our lawyer, because we have to pay him for our office, where we have office, and we were trying to pay him in cash. And he said, well, you know, that's going to have to stop, because by April 2018, if I'm correct, he said we're going to have a cashless society. And
Oh,
See, that's why you got the situation with India. They took their currency, they took their big bills out, and then they did it in Venezuela. Because I posted a video where they did it in Venezuela. They're taking the cash out, man. So slowly and surely, they're just taking that. They're just ex-naying that cash, man. They'll start taking the big bills, and then they'll take this bill. Then they'll say no more pennies. Then they'll say no more this, no more that. Then there'll be no more cash. So they already got this thing. Is already, hey, it's already been planned out, man, to the T.
Exactly. And you know, Europe is like an epitome of New World Order. We started here first, and then you guys come in America and all over the world. For some reason, we are here under Roman law and Roman control. It's really bad here. People are not even realizing they're living in a very controlled society here. And another thing,
You
that
jump around.
we cannot we have to be registered for public check.
conditioning us this way
Yeah.
to prep us for what's coming. And that's what's coming. Because it's already in the medical charts. It's already there for a number to be keyed in. It very well may be right now, yes, you know, they've got Medicare cards with the number and a chip on the card, and it's got a number on the card. But it moves from that. It moves into another realm of
See right there, RFD number, right there.
It's going to be on you. I mean,
Exactly.
because how else are we going to buy ourselves? We're going to be out.
And I'll give you a little testimony, because I have somebody that works in the medical field, and they were speaking to a doctor, and the doctor was they were speaking about a chart, okay, and this is so-called Jew too, and he was going through they were going through a chart work about a patient. Long story short, the doctor got super frustrated, and he was like, man, I just can't wait till they have the chip. I can't wait till the chip. They just mandatory the chip. And the person that was listening to the phone, they just got quiet, real quiet. Because the dude was just pretty much, he just got mad and uttered it out. And this is a well-known doctor in his area, man. So he came out and put that out there, that he was like, man, I just can't wait till the chip so everything would be organized pretty much. You know, so this thing is moving, man. So I'm going to get into these scripts real quick. I'll leave that up. This is the book of Isaiah. And the apostles and elders have brought this scripture out. And I thought it was fitting for this video. This is the book of Isaiah 36 and verse 6. It says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of Salakia. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed. On Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So if you trust in this modern day Egypt, man, you're going to have to go into that chip, because that's how his power structure is shifting to. Because that's one of his main goals, is to have everybody chipped, by way of Aaron Russo. That let that information out about with the Rockefeller. Okay? But then you have different. This society is leaning towards that cashless society of a credit based cashless society, man. It's already credit based now, but it's gonna be more no cash used, just all credit and numbers, man, and that chip. And then let me get this real quick. This is the book of Psalms 146. Salakia. This is Psalms 146, and I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, while I live, will I praise the Lord. I will sing praises unto my power while I have any being. Salakia, while I have any being. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. That's why you can't trust in Esau's system, man. Ain't no help. At the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is setting this thing up to try the faith and to condemn those that are meant to be condemned. That's why we have to pray and hope that we find mercy. You know? That's why, hey, man, I said it earlier, pride ain't got no place in this thing, man. Really, once you start understanding the fear of the Most High, man, you got to fall back, man, and hope. And be a real prisoner of hope. And it says, put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. His breath goeth forth, he returneth to his earth. In that very day his thoughts perish. Happy is he that hath the power of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord, his power, man. And then let me get this real quick. This is Proverbs 25 and 19. This is Proverbs 25 and verse 19. And it says, confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. So if you go to trust in Esau in the time of calamity, you trusting in a broken object, man. You know, especially when you try to eat with a sore tooth, it hurts. It's no use. So you might as well put your trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the hopeful elect that's going to do that in that time. Just trust in the Lord, man. It says his arm is not short that he cannot save. Okay? Let me read that again. It says, 19, it says, confidence in an unfaithful man in the time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. As he that taketh away a garment in cold weather, and as a vinegar upon Natri, so is he that singeth songs to an heavy. That's it on that. The main point was in 19. Let me get this real quick and I'm going to close out. This is Isaiah 30 and verse 3. This is Isaiah 30 and verse 3. And it reads, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay? So don't trust in Esau and his ways. Don't trust in that chip, man. Keep faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. To you hopeful elect, hey, Kwam Yasharala, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Brakatah.